Yo ho ho guys, Monolith Gaming back, and we're going to do another tutorial for Hyper Universe. So hey my hypers and hypeheads, let's get into it. This time we're going to be talking about the support character Elendis. Alright, she's pretty unique, alright guys, so she's very interesting to play. Before we get into the items and the skill set, I want to talk about something for her that's just specific straight up for her I've noticed so far since I've been playing this game. Your positioning with this chick is key. You have to be in the right place, and I don't mean just being up at the top at the right time, or mid lane, or in the bottom with the jungler at the right time. No, my man, or my lady, whoever's playing this, you need to be behind whoever is attacking. You do never. Okay, we're gonna pretend that this chick right here is my specialist. She's on my team. You should not be in front of her when there's the team attacking. You need to position yourself behind her and your team during a team fight. You should be in the background. And I'm going to explain that by going over the skills first and as to why. Okay, so your first, well, let's look at the passive first here. When Elendis restores an allied hyper's health, she restores 30% of her own health as well. So with that being said, when I restore health on my allies, I gain health too, 30% of my own health, whatever my max health is at the time. Now, my attack, if you'll notice, this is doing nothing to the enemy hyper, nothing at all, not even a little drop, not even glip, nothing. The reason being is because of my A. My A is a skill that switches my attack patterns. I'll either attack and heal my allied hypers, which I can't show you that right now because I can't put an allied hyper in this mode, or I will do damage to enemy hypers. So I'm going to switch it from this is my heal right here, I'm going to switch it to my damage, and now I can damage her. Now I'm going to come back to that with good reason. So my next skill is my Q. I set that didn't mean to do that. I set that bad boy down. There it is. So an allied hyper can heal off this, but if they just run over it, nothing happens. They have to actively squat on it to heal. Now if you notice, two heals popped up because I healed an allied hyper myself, and I get an additional heal from healing an allied hyper. So even when you heal yourself, you're double stacking your heals. The next skill is the W. It's a stun. So basically, I drop this trap, right? Then I'm gonna be like, ooh, blam, stunned. One of the more important skills, I forgot to level up my freaking hyper. Oops. Let's get that done real quick. Alright, so one of the more important skills for plays is the E. It is a portal. It is a literal portal. So how I can hit spacebar over here, now we can actually, well, it's not working in here, but now typically you can toggle that, because I don't have gold. Typically you can toggle this and teleport to it. It's for your allies to teleport to. That is legitimately what it does. You place a warp portal with unlimited charges that can be used by allied hypers. I'm sorry. I'm tripping. They can teleport away from it. So if you're in a position where you can get them to teleport away, or they need to get out fast, boom, there you go. I said that backwards. My bad, guys. Accidents happen. Only human. Anyway, so let's continue with this. I'm going to go ahead and jump into what her ult does too. It's basically a universal heal. It calls down a healing beam that immediately restores 311 of Elendis and the hyper's health. Now remember, you also get that double heal stack. Now, the weirdest thing about this hyper is that your heal, look at this. Your healing projectile is based off of your attack damage. Now, look, it says, where we go here? It says projectile restores 48 health, right? I'm going to go to an item that gives me increased attack. Let's do this. It was 48. Now it's 55. 65, 76. So you can kind of understand why my item set is going to be what it is. But I'm going to start with the boots first. I put a point in on accident. Anyway, you get, with these mercenary greaves, you get 20 extra gold every 10 seconds. There are probably better boots for stats for her. The reason why I use these boots, I'm going to tell you right now, is because typically with Elendis, you're going to be in lane with another hyper. Usually your striker. More than likely your striper, unless you got a good assassin you run with that likes to lane and they know what they're doing. Anyway, so essentially you'll be in lane behind your striker while they're CSing, getting gold, and poking out the enemy in the lane. The reason why that works so well is because you will just sit behind them and you will shoot. You will fire at them and you will heal them. You'll keep yourself at a good health point too. You can drop your Q, let them get it. And there you go. They'll be safe in lane. It creates a very safe lane for the person you lane with. However, Make sure you do not put your Q on ladders, because it won't proc. It'll just make them go down the ladder. That's very important. Do not put your Q at the top of a ladder, because no one can get it. There will be some instances where your striker may need help. More people may come in the lane. You can drop a stun. You can get up front, drop a stun, and get back. Just get back afterwards. Okay, so remember, your Q, they have to squat on it. Some people don't know to do this because she's not exactly picked that often. So, you know, if you have to, type in there, hey, squat on the thing, it'll heal you. Other people, they're good. They'll just sit there and just bam, 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 just squat, bam. Alright. With that being said, remember, position yourself behind your team, behind your striker, behind your damage dealers. If they want to get to you, they're going to have to literally go through everyone while you're healing them. So it provides a safe blanket for you, and you provide a security blanket for your team. It works really well. In the instances where the enemy team may be ahead and you're still doing this, hold your ult until you absolutely need it. They can see the symbol if you have your ult or not. So just kind of let them know if you're trying to hold there or if you want to back up. Try to communicate that as best you can, but stay in the back lines, heal them from the back, and you should be good. Your team should be solid. This is a really, really, really easy technique to win games with her, to actually carry games with her. You won't have a high KDA unless you find yourself stuck out. And in some cases, I mean, right now, I'll tell you and be honest, some people leave you. They will just leave you up there at that tower, and you gotta switch to attack mode, and you gotta be like, all right, guys, I guess this is what I'm doing. I guess I'm just gonna stay up here and CS and, you know, hold this tower while y'all back, which is also why I think that they made her healing proc off of, or not proc, but scale off of attack damage. That way she's not just completely useless to herself if she gets caught in a situation where she has to defend a tower, or she's left in lane or left by herself. She can defend herself, because you can sit there and have a shootout, drop your Q, keep shooting, bam, you can do that. So with that being said, let's look at the items. Again, Mercenary Greaves, so you can get that early gold income right off the bat without stilling any, or like not stilling, but taking CS and actually just focusing on healing. Most of the time you will be focusing on healing. You will not be focusing on fights, shootouts, anything of that nature. But you can call for stuff. You can, you know, call to go do the Executioner and so on and so forth, because you can provide that support with it. You can do that really early. The Executioner, the Invader. Most teams, if it's early in the game, they won't expect you to do that. So if you can gather your team to go do that after y'all push lane a little bit and the other team is forced to have to kind of push it back out, go down there and do that. Keep them healed up, and then y'all can go straight back to lane, or go back to lane. Your towers may take a little bit of damage, but you can do that, and then you have the health, you have the heals, just push it out. You can, it's an option. I'm not saying do it all the time. It is an option though. Just be careful, because that can backfire. If they're cognizant enough to know, hey, where are they all at? No one's in lane. They might go check it, or they might have a ward on it. You never know. Anyway, so Mercenary Greaves. Early gold income, max health, and movement speed. Trust me, you're going to want to get in and out as fast as you freaking possibly can in a lot of cases. Sometimes you don't even want to get in. You just want to get out, okay? Alright, the next item I usually do is her Tachyon the Converter. So it's attack, of course, and max health. Now, it gives you a ward. That is so essential with this chick. You want to be able to lay down wards and see where people are, so you can see where to drop your stuns, or see where your teammates don't need to be, so they can be aware of, okay, hold the crap, I need to not be over here. Anyway, excuse me. And it even tells you that hotkey it binds to. Left shift. Look at that. I'm just gonna go over here. Blow. Look at that. I pooped out a ward. Just blew. There it is. Anyway. So we move on, and ESP Assault Rifle. This is actually really freaking great on her, and here's why. You get an increased regular projectile range of 100 units, so you can heal from further away. They might not even be on your screen, and you're still slashing them, or slapping them, or dropping them with that heal. So your teammates have a very solid healer. And by the way, her projectiles, just like everybody else's projectiles, go through everyone. So her heals hit every single person on a line. So you're healing everybody, man. Healing everybody, including yourself. So if you take a little damage, go a little bit further back, keep shooting. So typically, I try to get these two items pretty freaking quick. Now, if you're having a little trouble and you're some reason they're hopping to the back line, your team's letting them do that, get that Titan suit going, man. You know, get some defense. Defense 10, max health 150, health regen 50%. Defense 10, max health 150, health regen 50%. Damage over time from enemies negated by 50%. All health restoration effects plus 15%. So everything you do essentially just got a plus 15%. Your heals, your Q heals, your ult heals, all those bad boys, including your heals to yourself. When max health is less than 30%, all health restoration effects get an additional 15%. So for whatever reason, if you get low on that bad boy of health, you got that backup right there. Now I'm gonna go into Gravestone Blade. Now typically it depends. If I really think my team needs this kind of support item right here, I'll get this before Gravestone. If I think that we're doing alright, I'll hold off on this. But we'll go with Gravestone. Attack plus 10, attack plus 10, manifest plus 15, attack plus 10, max mana 15, critical plus 5%, critical plus 10, cooldown reduction plus 10%, attack plus 15% of max mana. Now remember, your attack is what counts for your healing. Higher your attack, the better your heals. Anywho, pop that bad boy to max. And then we go to the Guardian's Codex. Again, this really depends on how well or bad your team is doing, how soon you rush this item, because this is an item you can rush. Anyway, let's see what it does. Defense plus 5, max health plus 150, defense plus 5, max health plus 150, defense plus 10, cooldown reduction plus 5%, defense plus 10, cooldown reduction again plus 10%. And it has an aura that grants the effects to all allies within 1,000 freaking units, dude. 1,000. Increases defense by 20 and increases movement speed by 30. They should be solid. They should be good and safe. And if you got a tank on your team, bro, he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going to die, especially if you're the one dropping those heals for him. Now I'm going to activate this here AI. I'm going to let it do some damage to me. I'm not going to attack it at first. I'm going to let it do some damage, and I'm going to show you my ultimate. So let's see. Just apply, and she does a lot of burst damage, so she should be able to, unless she's just going to, I don't know what she's doing. Taking you a minute, chick. Alright, come on. Alright, so I'm about at half health. Q. Bam. Look at that. Look at that health restoration, dude. Q again. Boom. I'm gonna do, and you have 3 charges on your Q and your W, so the stun has a charge. Oh, jumped over it. Pretty slick, pretty slick. There we go. Q again. Now that my charges are out, when and it does take a few seconds for that trap to be effective. My charges are out. I'm gonna go ahead and heal with my ultimate. Watch this bad boy. See, now I didn't have any allied hypers to heal off that, so it didn't heal me. I wanted y'all to see that, so I didn't just say it and y'all be like, wait, I thought it healed it. No, I heal off the fact that I'm healing other allied hypers. So if I had allies in here with me, it would have healed me. Alright, so that's something to be aware of and to actually be cognizant of. See, look at this. This is ridiculous. Anyway, my point is this. Her ultimate heals others. You heal off the fact that you've healed others. Her ultimate does not heal you specifically. But I want to show you that so you could actually see, okay, you know, if no one's around to be healed, then I'm not going to, I guess I'm just not going to catch anything. So if your team's dead, don't try to use it on yourself to heal. It won't work. You'll just burn your ultimate and you'll end up having a cooldown. So just be careful of that. Anyway, guys, of course, as always, have a great morning, day, noon, or night. I hope you all had a great new year, man. Mine was freaking amazing. I hope to see y'all again on the next one. If you got something that you want to see, comment it. You want to see a certain game, comment it. If I can get it, I'll play it. Anyway, guys, yo-ho-ho! Have a good one. Get some tea, coffee, water, milk even. Whatever it is you're drinking to make your day better, man. This is Monolith Gaming signing out.